friends, I welcome you all again in my channel. So I'm here again, Cynthia. So today we'll be continuing with our series, that particular series as you people already know, based on the IELTS part, IELTS speaking part. So we'll be continuing with the particular series, that is Learn English with Me. So in this series, we are learning about the IELTS part. So in the IELTS, from the 4 modules of IELTS, we can say we first selected the speaking module. We have already discussed about the first part of the speaking, that is introduction, and the second is the cue card. So today we'll be discussing the last part of the speaking interview of IELTS, that is the follow-up questions, and I will let you know some of the things regarding the speaking part of the IELTS. So let's get started with me. So in this video today we are going to learn about the follow-up questions. As I already told you, the first part of speaking is introduction, the second is about the cue card, and the follow-up question is the third thing. So what are the follow-up questions and on which things the follow-up questions are going to be based in your particular IELTS interview? So I must tell you that follow-up questions are totally based upon your cue card. I mean to say your IELTS speaking cue card. Those questions based on your cue card. I mean to say, if you people have a cue card, as we previously discussed about your hometown, description of your hometown, if you people get a cue card on your hometown, then the follow-up questions will be based on the same topic. So for example, if you people have a cue card of your description of hometown, then how will you people are going to speak or reply on the questions, or you can say on the follow-up questions of the interview? First thing I must tell you, first of all, you must known with your topic. I mean to say, if you have a cue card of hometown, you must known with the hometown, the all of the things. I mean to say, most favorite places, your most favorite places in the hometown, the most common places where you hang out with your friends, the places where you usually go for shopping, the community belongs to particular your hometown. I mean to say, in Jammu city, if I'm going to speak about my hometown, what are those communities live there, religions and different type of people, food. So you have to know with all of the, so you must have to know all of the things regarding the topic of the cue card. So follow-up question is totally based upon your cue card. So when the interviewer gives you the time that you have 1 minute or 60 seconds to think about the cue card, you have to think about the cue card and the follow-up questions also. Okay, so I mean to say, follow-up questions are totally based upon your cue card. So we have discussed total 3 things. The first is introduction, second is cue card, and the third is the follow-up questions. Now after the follow-up questions, I already told you about the things that you have to most known with the explanation, description and all of the things regarding your cue card. And second thing is what? Second thing is, whenever you are going to reply about your questions or giving the answer of the questions to the interviewer, so you must not say no, directly no to the interviewer. As I have already discussed in the previous video, you must have given them the diplomatic answer if you want to say no. For example, if interviewer asks me a question, any question of particular question, I have to reply answer no. No, I do not like this thing. No, I'm not going to do this. Okay, I will not do this and that. You can't say like I am not or no. Okay, you can't use no. So what you are going to do in place of no? How will you reply in place of no? For example, if you people have applied for the Canada study visa for Canada, and interviewer asks you a question like, if you people get any opportunity to go to Australia, so will you able to get or to grab this opportunity? So what will your reply? I know most of the students think like, yes, I want to go Australia or Canada, anywhere, but I want to go to the abroad. Most of the students reply like this, but do not say like this. You can say like, you have to reply in a very diplomatic way. If I will get the opportunity after completing my study from Canada, then I will definitely think about this opportunity. Otherwise, I just wanted to go Canada and complete my study there and get and after completing study from Canada, I will definitely come back to my home country. And after that, if I get any opportunity to go to Australia, so I will definitely think about this. So never tell a interviewer or never let him or her know that you will grab any of the opportunity or you want to go foreign or you want to go abroad in any of the country. Okay, you must stick to one answer. Okay, the third tip is that you must stick to one answer whenever you are going to prepare for the interview session of speaking. You must stick to one answer. You have to practice many and many times of one answer. For example, if you are practicing your speaking part, what is your name? You have to say my name in this and that, and the meaning of my name is that only. So each and every time, always stick to one answer. Don't change your answer frequently. If interviewer is going to ask you about your most favorite place, so you can tell them my most favorite place is Shimla, Himachal, or Australia, or Canada, or Europe, anywhere, but stick to one answer only. Okay, otherwise these answer will confuse you. And always make sure before speaking interview, you must go through all of the questions of the interview part that you people have already know, or your teacher must tell you, or you have already done your homework for the speaking part. So must go through all of the question at least once or twice in a day. Keep practicing them and do not change your answer frequently.
2,000 years later.
Always stick to one answer. So these are the some of the tips that you people have to follow in your speaking task, or you can say in your speaking interview. Okay, so don't say no ever. Always speak diplomatically. Always speak in a constant speech. Don't go very fast, don't go very slow. Okay, always speak constantly and continuously. Do not stuck in between, and always stick to one answer whenever the first day of your practicing of your speaking interview and till the last day. Okay, so keep practicing this, keep doing this. I hope you people understood those things, and all the best. And you must do good in your exams, otherwise you will have to pay your fee again and again. So always keep practicing, and at least give yourself minimum 3 to 6 months for practicing whole of the IELTS modules, and keep practicing. And if you have any query, then ping me on my Instagram and I will definitely reply you. And if you want interviewers questions, those basic questions, set of questions, I mean to say 12 to 15 or 15 to 18, you can ping me again on my Instagram or Instagram DM me. Okay, and best of luck for your exam and keep doing good. Bye bye.